Hello! Well, come on in. We're back with more Arcade Spirits. We're on Chapter 4, Player versus Player. Story so far. We have a magical assistant in our phone that hooked us, or that told us about a sweet job at the arcade as a floor attendant, and we got it, and there's a bunch of cool people that work there, and are also regulars. And we have decided to step it up and become an event manager, and so we're working on preparing for an event. We went to a convention to help promote it. We may have done some crimes, but it's all fine. And, yeah. This is the follow-up. We have officially begun to romance Ashley because she is adorable. She's a fantastic cosplayer. Yep, so they do the 20XX and, like, 1980X sort of thing to drive home the slightly alternate future thing. Very close, but arcades are more popular. Yeah, I think that's the TLDR of where we're at. It is the future year 20XX, and this is my hour. Max has come and gone, and we're hoping a good number of the folks we reached out to there will be here today at my big event. Oh, the event's today. Here we go. The arcade is the Funplex. Funplex Rising. This is a make-or-break moment for me. My chance to put the Funplex on the map. My chance to make something more of this job than a 9-to-5 vacuuming the carpet and looking for missing ski balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everybody's counting on me to bring in the customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of this Funplex shutting down. So, no pressure or anything. Here I am in the break room, psyching myself up, watching the clock. Once the little hand hits the 10 and the big hand hits the 12, Funplex Rising is go. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. But, well, sadly I'm me, and not someone else. And those old instincts to assume that everything will go wrong, those feelings are still hanging on.
Ooh.
5 minutes and counting! Are you excited? Because I'm really, really excited. Yes, Ashley. She made the terrifying mascot of Pinky the Flamingo. I'm something. Something is good. We can work with being something. Breathe, Hulyen. You're gonna do just fine. Remember to smile and have fun with it. I attempt my best smile. It comes out as a rictus grin of terror. Well, if you were going for creepy slasher smile, then you nailed it. While you work on perfecting that, I've got to go get my Pinky the Flamingo on. Don't forget to breathe. 10 o'clock. Time to do this. You can do this. And you know what? Even if the family curse makes you fail miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. You'll never succeed if you don't at least take a few whacks. With that settled, I push through the door and out into the arcade. Also, this game has fantastic characters and writing. Let's be honest, we'll probably get maybe a dozen randos anyway. No big deal, right? And that is not a dozen randos. That is considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. We wanted a big crowd for the event. Okay, it's more folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. I step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. Hey! Hey, everyone! Briefly, I look down to make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. Welcome, everyone, to Funplex Rising at Francine's Arcade Funplex. We've got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics, and we can get this party started. First, the token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 or more of them, so make the most of it. Second, the Fist of Discomfort Tournament. We're streaming it live on Queen Bee's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. See the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high score contest for nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials with Gavin at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and tokens. We're planning a monthly high score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. 4th, for those of you participating in the cosplay contest, your outfit looks great and check in with Ashley about the details. 5th, I can confirm the rumors. We're going to have Magical Moon Cuties playable on the floor today. The Funplex is home to the indies. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing our new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today, you'll get to play one of them. All those things were on the flyers and the promotional website and so on, meaning the point-by-point was kinda redundant. They're ready to go. But I should pump up the crowd a bit, get them excited. Can't half-ass this either. Oh, based on my previous things, I have higher stats in something, so I don't get to say these two because I don't have high enough stats. I like the I hope you all have a lot of fun. The Funplex is meant to be fun for all. Casual gamer or core gamer, young or old, retro or modern. We want everybody to have a blast. Even if you don't walk away with a trophy, you'll be walking out of here with memories of time well spent with these great games and the great people you'll meet today. So anything we can do to make sure you're having fun, you let us know. And we hope you come back to the Funplex again to recapture the magic moments you'll experience today. On behalf of the Funplex, thank you for joining us at Funplex Rising. Now, let's get gaming! Yep, that got him excited. Right, okay. Now it's time to reveal our new rare game and get this show underway. Gavin and Naomi wheel the tarp-covered game out from the back room. Excitement builds in the crowd as it's pushed into place. My friends, I give you... Wyvern Keep! A rare Laserdisc-based game where you're a daring princess rescuing a prince from the clutches of an evil lizard. And the crowd goes mild? I thought Laserdisc games played like crap. Isn't that why they stopped making them? They're not all bad, and they can be kitschy nostalgia at least. I know who is okay with this. Could be fun. Maybe I'll give it a shot after I'm out of the FOD tourney pools. Not the outburst burst of joy I'd hoped for.
Aww.
Oh, but I thought this game was really sought after by collectors and stuff. That's different from being popular.
I suppose.
I wouldn't worry, though. Today's crowd is fairly hardcore. Once more casual players are wowed by the animation, it should pay for itself. Not gatekeeping those noobs. I'm gonna gatekeep everybody who goes to your convention. Tell them they're not John enough to go to JohnCon. Didn't Hulyen kind of get it for free? My point stands. I'm about ready to give up on this for now and move on to other things when I spot something out of the corner of my eye. Very hesitantly, a young girl approaches, eyes full of wonder at the cartoon playing before her of the daring princess. And after dropping in 2 tokens, she starts to play, standing on her tiptoes to do so. Games are meant to be played and loved. The players that grow to love them, players like me, always find them in the end. Hopefully, that girl will have cherished childhood memories of Wyvern Keep, just like I did. Yeah, I think you, your wife, and your dog are the people that could say they've been to JohnCon 1. Oh no, Star was after that. So just you and your wife. My nerves unwind somewhat on seeing everybody ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. Also Walter, I forgot about Walter. With the event underway, folks head off to sign up for the high score challenges, the FOD tourney, or just go play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd and back to the desk. One last thing to do, check in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Teo's manning the stage to encourage folks to get silly on the dance floor. Percy's preparing for his Moopy run. Queen Bee's ready to face her first opponents. I know I can rely on the staff, but in a lot of ways, the gamers are a star talent for the day. It's their event. I need to support them. For starters, I wave over Teo. Everything set for today's dancing, Teo? Yes, it's a parody of Dragon's Lair, for sure. The Wyvern's Keep. In Teo fashion, he winks and gives me a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Ready to rock, but can't stop to chat. Running the stage is my focus for the next few hours, and it's going to take every ounce of social juice I can squeeze out. If you need me, check me out during the lunch break. K. Phrasing! And K. Percy! World record time. You up for this? Absolutely. He has a British accent. I'm not doing a British accent. Whoa, okay, he definitely looks focused today. Not his usual softly smiling self. Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing. When I set the record, I'll submit it as the new high score to defeat. The culmination of years of effort all coming to a head. The pressure is well and truly on, isn't it? I can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it never was for me. But today it's also for you. For the Funplex, you mean. For you. This event is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It's like your own personal high score attempt. Chasing a dream, always grasping, just out of reach. I'd hate to let you all down. Morale improvement systems online. Aim the encouragement cannons. You bungled, there's always Donkey Kong. We're gonna go with win or lose, we'll all be proud of you today, though this one's pretty good. Percy, I know how much this game means to you, but don't feel like you have to win this on my behalf, or even the Funplex's behalf. Volunteering for this high-pressure public profile run, that means a lot to me. You're already doing everything you can for us all. And honestly, I'm proud of you. Quite right, quite right. Very well. For myself, for you, and for the Funplex, I shall give it my all. Percy offers a quick salute, then marches off to war with Mr. Moopy's magic maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Next up, checking in with...
What the
hey! Ready for the tournament?
Nope, no way.
No, I am not ready in the slightest. Not for this. Not for him. With a subtle head nod, she indicates. A fairly standard, nondescript fellow with t-shirt and jeans, standard gamer gear. There's an unusual design on the back of his jacket, like some wide-eyed, fanged Oni. This is a local event, right? Funplex regulars, city scrubs, and a bunch of cosplay otaku from Max. That's... yes? I mean, yes, that's what this is. Then why is the demon here? The who?
Hey, listen!
Known on Western showers as the Demon, and in his home country of Japan as Kami, he is the top-rated Fist of Discomfort player in the world. That's Iris. She lives in my phone. She's a personal assistant who is far too sentient for her own good, and also needs more morality. As for your question, Miss B, I invited him. What?
Ooh.
You asked me to handle invitations for the tournament, right? As part of my helpful assistance in setting up Funplex Rising. Honestly, I was surprised he accepted my invitation. All the other top-rated pros turned it down flat. He even flew here from Japan on his own dime. Yen. Isn't that nice of him? Hulyen, did your magical phone fairy just put me dead in the crosshairs of the greatest player who ever lived? Maybe? Yes. We'll go with yes. Sorry? I am effed. I am so completely effed. Queen Bee can't be losing morale now, and I can't have my friend so frantic over this. Plus, this is one of the main events, and when she's in top fighting form, she's an all-star entertainer. I've got to pump her up. Let me go with this. So you've seen him in action before. That means you know what he's going to do before he does it. Top-rated players are the ones who are in the true crosshairs. This is your chance to take out the demon, Queen Bee. I know you can do it. She squeaks out a smile, but it's not her usual radiantly confident grin. Yeah,
well.
True. Okay, I've watched hundreds of his matches. I'll do this. Here goes nothing. As she marches off to join the tournament, I'm getting a sinking feeling.
Did I make a mistake? My calculations estimated that having a top player would bring in at least 150% more attendance. I mean, I was just trying to help this event be the best it could be.
Don't worry about it, Iris. I asked you to invite star players that hype up the event to the moon, and that's what you did. And even if the demon beats Queen Bee, well, the Funplex wins.
Even so, I feel kind of bad. But it's good that I feel bad, right? That I'm not making a purely quantitative analysis of the situation.
Oh dear, she's developing a conscience. Humans are rarely purely quantitative.
Exactly!
That, oddly enough, cheers her up a bit. Right, that's everybody squared away. For the next few hours, it's floor attendant Hulyen on duty, making sure Funplex Rising soars like an eagle, rather than a turkey. By and large, the event runs itself, or rather, Teo, Ashley, Gavin, and Naomi keep it rolling. My job is to troubleshoot. And boy howdy is there trouble to shoot. Not 1 hour in, and we've got problems. Even if they aren't major ones, I don't want even minor problems to mess up this event. Not even 1 glass of spilled milk. My stress level is so high that I might start bawling at the sight of it. Beep beep! Beep beep, Hulyen, can I be of assistance? I'd like to make things up to you after that invitation snafu. Currently, I'm detecting 3 problems for you to solve. Someone beating up a cabinet, a player loudly cursing at a game, and a crowd milling around the vending machines. As floor attendant and event manager, it's my duty to make things right. Crowds are already on edge from all the high-stakes competition. Where do I start, though? Can't have people punching the cabinets. This gamer's busy smacking the side of a Wild Rider cabinet. The fake plastic motorcycle handles on the front of the game rattle each time. No, no, no! This can't be happening! Sir? Sir? Sir! You're not allowed to hit the games. Plus, if Naomi saw this, he'd be good as excommunicated. Oh, you're that gal I got mad at when the fat dude wouldn't stop playing Moopy, right? Sorry. I've got anger issues. I'm trying to work on them. But would you just look at this? Of all the rotten luck. I got the top lap score, I did it, and now the game's frozen right after crossing the finish line. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Wild Rider is one of our most problematic games, constantly freezing or going splat. Naomi fixes it at least once a week. It was made in the early 2000Xs with janky low polys and low production values as a whole. I'm sorry for hitting the game. I guess that was pretty rude of me. But is there anything you can do to help me keep my score? I've got a real shot at winning this one. This guy rubs me the wrong way, but he seems sincere in his apology. And he's a paying customer today, despite claiming that he'd leave forever, so I should keep that ball rolling. Let's see. Let's check with Naomi. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna check with our technician, see if there's anything we can do to recover your game. Already texted Naomi for ya. Thanks, Iris. Naomi comes charging out of her workshop looking perturbed.
Ugh.
Wild Rider again? Quickly, she slips around behind the game, popping open the back panel. She uses her phone's flashlight to poke through the works. These early 3D games are such a pain. If it was a pure retro game, or even a pure modern one, it'd be way more reliable. Okay, I think I see the problem. 1 second. And just like that, the virtual motorcycle unfreezes, confetti and cheers sounding from the game as it properly registers the lap time. All done. Call me if it breaks again. Bye! Oh man, she did it! My score's saved! Hallelujah! I owe you. Seriously, I'm taking home that Wild Rider trophy. Another happy customer. I should keep an eye on that game in case it falls apart again. Next problem. Yeah, unplugging and replugging would not have saved that. Stirring up a storm is problem around the kids. All the effing immature little stunts to pull, that mother effer. Whoa. Settle down. Fortunately for me, the gamer recognizes me immediately, thanks to my speech earlier. And also fortunately for me, she calms down considerably too. Sorry. Glad you're here. I need your help. I mean, just look at this. Curious, I take a look at the currently top score on Qbert, which is registered to the initials ASS. Can you believe it? Somebody beat my top score, then put in joke initials just to ruin my day. I know exactly who did it too. Steve. That son of a... He's always pulling just like this to mess with me. Hey, there he is. Steve, get your ass over here. Steve glances over and with a bemused smirk strolls on over to join us. Joy, something wrong? Steve the ass. Of course something's effing wrong. You stole my high score. Did I? Oh hey, look at that. I guess I did. Sucks to be you, huh, Joy? And your initials are? Because I know for a fact Gavin wouldn't have let you register for the high score competition as ASS. So I played a little joke. So what? That's still my score up there. I'm taking home that trophy tonight. No, you're not. Those aren't the initials you registered. It's gonna go to the next person. Urge to kill rising. Must control. Fist of death. We're gonna make Gavin, If you've got a dispute, you can take it up with Gavin at the prize desk. He's the judge, jury, and executioner for all things high score related. Already texted him for you. He's on the way. Gavin takes one look at the high scoreboard and frowns. Really? Really? And who exactly is Mr. Ass? Well, Gavin, that's technically former WWE Tag Team Champ Badass Billy Gunn. But today it's just this guy right here, Steve. Good. Steve, you're out of the tournament. What? We can't wipe the game's scoreboard to get rid of your joke score, not without losing the real top score underneath it, meaning we're stuck with this for the day. Getting you out of my hair almost, but not entirely, makes up for having to deal with that problem. But that's not actually my score. I was just kidding. I didn't put ass in there. It was someone else. Hulyen? He claimed it was his until you showed up. So he's either a liar or a prankster. We're done here. Steve, you're out of the running. One more incident and you're out the door. I don't have to stand here and take this crap. You don't want me here? I'll give my business to Deco's palace. Okay, bye. And off he goes. Wow, that's some arcade justice right there. Thanks so much. Happy to help, but if you don't mind keeping the swearing to a minimum, we've got kids here. For you, anything. No longer swearing Joy. Pretty intense stuff, but the problem's basically solved. Even if Deco Nami's earning a few more quarters today. On to the next problem! Wait a second. As I loop back around the center of the room, I can't help but notice two things. Percy's looking oddly irate, and Queen Bee is missing. My instinct says I should tend to our VIPs first and foremost. I don't think I can cover both of them in time, but I could help out at least one of them. Even if it leaves the last of those crowd problems twisting in the wind. I don't know. This is triage. Where should I focus? Percy isn't looking great, but he's still there and playing, whereas Queen Bee is, like, actually missing. So I think we go find Queen Bee. We're approaching lunchtime, so maybe she's off getting food. But I'm not so sure. The Queen Bee I know would be watching the tournament pools and studying her opponents. Heck, I've seen her pack protein bars for a quick lunch rather than walk away from FOD. Decide to check in with Gavin, who has an eagle's eye view of the entire event from his perch at the prize desk. Hey Gavin, I was wondering where... She's in the employee break room. Where Queen Bee is. Okay. I'm honestly kind of surprised you let her in there. It's crowded in here, and one less anxiety-riddled gamer in the mix is probably healthier for the event as whole. You'll excuse me, I've got scores to tally. Best of luck. Okay, I guess that answers that. Weaving through the crowd, I make my way to the employees-only door. I scratched out the apostrophe last week. Sip some tea. Oh, delicious tea. Sure enough, Queen Bee's here, thumbing through her social media feeds. Hey, QB. Oh, hey, kid. Sup?
Oh, not much, really. Just wondering what I'm gonna do after L7 boots me from the team. I lose all my subscribers, and I'm lying downtrodden in the esports gutter begging for tokens. So, not much, really.
Oh, you're overthinking it. What, because of the demon? One loss, especially to the best player in the world, can't possibly torpedo your whole career. Queen Bee sighs, locking her phone for now and tucking it away, her face still wrought with trepidation. Look, kid.
It's complicated.
There's things about L7 that I don't talk about. Some really effed up things. It's not just the pressure to perform. It's the pressure to perform perfectly at every second of my career. It's expectations beyond the norm. Beyond what anyone else on my team has to deal with. Simply put, I'm a woman in esports. That is what changes everything. This one. Oh, Queen Bee, I'm sorry to hear that. Listen, if someone on your team is making your life miserable... What? No. No more misery than what I have to deal with on a daily basis from the persistent internet trolls. The crap I get from my team is way more subtle than that, but it stings way more than the normal barb.
Do you know why L7 signed me in the first place?
Token female gamer?
I'm their mascot. The only lady on a male-dominated team.
Yeah, what I said.
I was just so excited to be getting a pro contract in the first place that I didn't look any deeper.
Find a better team, one that appreciates you.
You know, I really should have looked deeper. If I did, I would have noticed their history. Women gamers hired and fired over the years, always let go for performance issues. Performance issues, my ass. They have a rotating slot for the obligatory eye candy hire, and everyone knows it.
See what team the demon's on. Maybe they'll take you.
And now I'm starting to hear rumblings about my performance. It's like I'm getting too old for them, and it's time to trade in for a younger, hotter esports star. And it's not like any of this is in writing. Oh no. They never say why it happens. It's to avoid the legal system, obviously. They blame the gamer every time. Poor performance.
Hey, you're still plenty hot? Agreed.
But it's as plain as the nose on your face.
Instinctively, I go cross-eyed, trying to look at my own nose. Well, maybe not my nose. Mine is a work of sublime beauty, crafted by the gods themselves. See, she's not worried about not being hot enough. She's fine on that front. You know, this kind of crap happens all the time in esports. Montages and interviews are always focused on me being a woman and not on my skills as a gamer. You should make your own esports team with just women. I mean, it's not just in esports. It's soaked into the entire effing gaming culture. Women, LGBT+, POCs, minorities, people with disabilities. Basically, everyone who's not in the industry's marketing target has to work extra hard to get where they want to be, and get treated like crap along the way. I fought tooth and nail to get where I am now, and to have it threatened because I don't hold to their sexist standard anymore is, frankly put, bull. So it's there and it's real, but tough to prove any real allegations. Closest thing I've had to hard evidence is my win-loss rating. It's steady and solid, no performance problems at all.
Nope, no way.
I don't lose. They can't drop the axe just yet. Not till I make a mistake. And, well, taking on the demon and getting destroyed in front of a live-streamed audience at a small event, an event I should be winning hands down, that's all they need to justify abandoning ship. Honestly, I'd have abandoned ship on this team ages ago, if not for the fact that I rely on my team's salary to live. I've even had to put up with those L7-sponsored events at Deco's Palace. What a filthy pit of ego and aggression that place is. But without this contract, I'd need, a real job. Like an ordinary pleb. Pfft, F that, I'm a gamer and this is my effing dream. So I suck it up and endure all the little microaggressions. No way around it now. If I want to keep being a pro, I have to beat the demon. But how do you kill that which has no weaknesses? Come on, everybody has a weakness. What's his?
Maybe.
Well, maybe if he has a heart attack, or spontaneously combusts? Being on fire is totally a weakness. Maybe walk me through it. In Fist of Discomfort, how do you counterplay your opponent? I'm utter crap at that genre. Maybe explaining it to a noob will help. She pauses, trying to figure out how to word it on a level that even a neophyte can handle. Let's see. Okay, so there's 3 playstyles in FOD. Aggro, mid-range, and control. Put simply, aggro is quick beatdowns, mid-range is balance, and control is long-term planning. Rubber duck, yes, we are the rubber duck. In this case, I play aggro. And from what I know about the demon, he's an absolutely perfect control player. He uses elaborate item combinations to stall the game, then seals your doom. And I'm gonna hazard that control beats aggro? Most of the time, yeah. It sacrifices early game power for an early game stall, meaning I burn out while he's just getting warmed up.
It's complicated.
If I wanted to counterplay him, I'd have to play mid-range. But I haven't practiced those characters, that play style. He'd outskill me easily. No choice, I guess. I'll have to get out of my comfort zone and face the demon as mid-range. I'll figure something out along the way. Demon spontaneously combusted. It's super effective. I'm gonna slay the demon. I'm going to do this. I will. Wah. If not, you can join Team Funplex. And if everything goes wrong, hey, maybe it's time for Francine to start an esports team. Team Funplex. Our logo is a clown getting suplexed. Really? And what exactly would you be paying me in? Pizza rolls? Pizza bagels, actually. Yeah, hard pass. The only way out is through. That means facing the demon.
Hey, thanks.
This helped. I mean, I'm still very likely doomed, but I feel better about my doom as a whole. You'll be there for the finals later on today? I nod in affirmative. Although Percy should be wrapping his high score run at about the same time, meaning... Hey, it's cool. I get it. You've got a lot going on. No pressure. Now you've got an event to manage, and I've got a fight to prep for. Let's both do what we do best. You got it, Queen Bee. She pulls out her phone to do a little research as I depart. Half of Funplex Rising in the can. Have to go. I've been running myself ragged trying to catch every little problem. There's still plenty left to do. But no sense not practicing self-care, too. It's time to get my lunch on. And while a nice quiet moment to myself would probably help, what would help more would be a smidge of social interaction beyond crisis management. Percy and Queen Bee are obviously tied up in their own affairs, but everybody else should be open. Who could I lean on in my time of need? How about the person we're romancing? I assume Ashley's hiding herself away for a quick break, and I can't blame her. She's been working just as hard as everyone else has. When this is all over, I'm going to need a coma of sleep and a hot bath. But while I dream of better things, let me check in with Ashley to see if I can lower her burden.
Oh, hi!
You want to get some lunch? You read my mind. I am psychic, you know. Whole story, then? To the whole story. It's a bookshop, coffee shop, and donut place. Next door. My companion fetches a table in the crowded cafe while I memorize our order and carry it forth to Yon's service counter. I make my way to the front of the line, trying to keep the lunch order neatly arranged in my brain despite the chaos of today's event.
Well, look who's here.
I'm looking.
It's our favorite arcade wrangler.
Arcade minion? Arcade flunky? What's the right term?
Event manager, actually. You know those flyers for Funplex Rising I asked you to pass out? It's my baby.
Moving up in the world, I see.
A proud parent of a shiny arcade baby.
And yet, no invite for us to the baby shower.
Why, I feel snubbed.
But seriously, we couldn't be prouder of you. And to think, when you first walked in these doors, you were still trying to figure out your place in things.
Ben and I know a thing or two about finding your dream and sacrificing to make it happen.
Long hours, hard work.
Hard hours and long work, too.
Struggling to make ends meet.
Having meetings to discuss how to end the struggles.
Can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to get to where you are now.
It wasn't that difficult, honestly. I came up with a name, talked it up at Max, and that's it.
Oh, I'd be on the lookout for hidden costs on the back end then.
Speed bumps on the road of life to catch you unawares as you're soaring down the highway of success.
But if you wreck your $500,000 imported sports car of business triumph, we'll be there to drown your sorrows in coffee.
And donuts.
And donuts.
Don't forget the donuts, an essential component. Next order, please.
Shaking my head, I wander back to our table with a lunch in tow. Still, I must look a bit nervous. A fact Ashley picks up on as I return. Glad we're doing lunch, you know. I needed like 5 minutes peace and quiet away from the Funplex before heading back to floor. Ashley, you can take more than 5 minutes to rest. You've earned it. You've been working your feathers off out there and it shows. I don't think I've seen this many happy children since I started. You mean you aren't here to force me to go back out there? I mean, yes, but at least take, like, more than 5 minutes. So you wouldn't be opposed if I snuck out, got on my private jet, and flew to Bali on a vacation getaway? Excellent. Only if you take me. Tropical Island getaway sounds like absolute perfection right now. You aren't leaving me behind for this. I want nothing more than a fruity drink with a tiny umbrella in it and listening to the relaxing crescendo of the waves. I'm in. Oh yeah, and just imagine the sand between your toes and the sun warming your face. Alas, such visions of paradise will have to wait. I can't leave in the middle of Funplex Rising, and sadly, you can't either. We're both needed out there soon. Drat! Foiled by evil Overlord Event Manager Hulyen. Wait, how am I the villain? I just told you should treat yourself to a longer lunch. Well, Hulyen, sometimes you're the hero, and sometimes you're the villain. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Wait, are we talking in terms of cosplay outfits or real life? Both. What do you mean? I can't just help thinking about how people are always wearing multiple masks all the time and how that defines and changes them. I don't think I own any masks, but I imagine I'd look pretty good in a sparkly masquerade one. Or maybe a Lovecraftian plague doctor one. We can go shopping for masks later, I promise. But like, when I'm here, I'm Pinky the Funplex Flamingo. When I'm at Max, I'm Angus, or whoever else I'm cosplaying. When I'm alone, I'm just plain Ashley. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, how do I know which one is the real me? And is the real me good enough? Should I live my life as the cosplayer, as the Funplex employee, or the person who has a wild imagination? Which one makes me the best? I just don't know. May I speak frankly? Ashley nods, looking lost in thought. I think you're all of them. If you really think about it, doesn't it make sense that all of those aspects make up who you really are? You shouldn't have to feel like you define yourself by one role. You can be as little or as much of one mask as you want. For me, my family has always defined ourselves by our misfortunes and our ability to meekly adapt, but I'm learning to see past that. I am defining my own set of rules on who I am. Sometimes I'm Hulyen who makes gutsy or quirky decisions, and sometimes the right path is what I've always known, just go with the flow. No path or choice is wrong, it just is.
You know, you are so right. Sometimes it helps talking with your friends about what's been bothering you, yeah?
Yeah.
It's nice to hear your thoughts and be able to bounce ideas off of you. Friends are just the greatest, aren't they?
I smile in agreement.
I'm so happy to have not only you, but everyone at the Funplex in my life. We've all really bonded with each other, haven't we?
Yes, future girlfriend. Absolutely. In fact, I've got more friends than what I know what to do with.
I feel so much better after chatting with you. That really, really helped. Thanks.
Now that I feel fully invigorated, it's time to continue to endure the rest of the day. Ashley stands up, beams a smile, and flashes me a victory sign with her hands. See you back out there! Oh, also, speaking of baked goods, so you know how yesterday morning it was all the things about bagels, and then we all wanted bagels? I went to work, and there were bagels. It came true. It was delicious. The next few hours pass quickly. With renewed confidence, Percy's deep in his world record run and performing admirably. He's intensely focused on that score, inching ever closer. While Queen Bee effortlessly destroys locals on the path to her inevitable showdown with the demon. Myself, I float through it all, taking care of little problems while keeping an eye on both of them. But as the event winds to a close, all eyes are on our two main events, and the very real possibility of our local heroes falling apart at the finish line. Technically, the arcade-wide score competition is still on, but crowds are ignoring the games in favor of crowding around Fist of Discomfort and Moopy. Percy's been on a solid run ever since his earlier fumbles. Queen Bee's been effortlessly destroying all competitors, as expected. But the demon has been matching her game for game, destroying all his opponents as well. And as predicted, grand finals will come down to Queen Bee versus the demon. And as for the magical world of Moopy, Percy's closing in on that world record, with the tape rolling and ready to submit to Twin Galaxies. The pressure's on. I got Queen Bee through her worries, but that was just the prelude. This is the main event. And Percy's not looking great, hunched over his joystick. He might need me. I can't be there for them both as much as I want to. Who do I focus on? What do we want to see? I mean, it would be nice to follow through with Queen Bee and see that all the way through, but we haven't talked to Percy at all. So it might be nice to see what he's up to. I'll leave it up to y'all. Who should we go check on? As I drink some tea. Worried of it being a distraction for Percy? That's a fair point to consider. Queen Bee could use a cheerleader. Agreed? Alright. Let's go cheer on Queen Bee. This is it. The grand finals of Fist of Discomfort at Funplex Rising. I can sense the excitement in the crowd, and it's hard not to get swept up in the hype. My nerves are through the roof right now, and I'm not even the one playing. Hydrate and stretch. Not at the same time. That's a good way to spill things on yourself. Wah. Tea and a big stretch. There we go. Using my event manager authority, I reach the front of the crowd where Rhapsody, an FOD expert Iris invited to handle the play-by-play announcing, introduces the competitors. On the player one side, the rising star of L7 Gaming, local Funplex champion, and internet sensation, Queen Bee! A few folks in the crowd, locals mostly, cheer Queen Bee on. I recognize most of them from her crew and a bunch of Funplex regulars. On the player 2 side, 5 times EVO champion and Fist of Discomfort, known as Kami in his home country of Japan. Here, we all know him as the Demon. Uh-oh. Crowds pick their favorite, clearly. Not to say that it doesn't make sense. The Demon is known by casual and hardcore alike, but I was hoping for a little less of a discrepancy between the two. I look over to Queen Bee. She's keeping it calm. She's keeping it cool. A true mask of the competitive gamer. After a quick handshake, it's off to their joysticks, quartering up and getting ready to battle. My fellow gamers, this is the grand finals here at Funplex Rising. Let's hear it for our competitors. As they shuffle through the character selection screen, the crowd waits in anticipation, eager to see who will be chosen. The announcer takes that momentum and brings it back twofold. Queen Bee is sticking with her pride and joy, the fast and deadly Tomokaze. From what I've learned, Tomokaze is a light and fast character suited for Queen Bee's aggro style. It's her favorite character. And as for the Demon, who's been playing his staple, a heavy-set controlling samurai all day, selects a similarly speedy attack ninja? What an amazing turn of events! The Demon completely strays from his normal character roster and chooses Silent Blade. This is completely unlike anything we've seen the Demon do today. What an exciting matchup! One you won't want to take your eyes away from. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Queen Bee explained all this to me. The Demon plays slow, control-heavy characters that drag the game down to their level for an eventual defeat. But now he's playing aggro? With characters locked in the map set, let's not delay this match any further. The countdown is at 3, 2, 1. And begin! Right out of the gate, the Demon comes at Queen Bee with a ferocity I haven't seen since Queen Bee's usual matches, where she charges head-on into her enemy. Right out of the gate, the Demon attacks Queen Bee with a ferocity the likes I've never seen. Like a cheetah, the Demon spares no time, running straight towards his prey. The Demon has completely ignored the ninja creep waves. He's taking on full minion damage, and he's not even phased. In fact, he's not even stopping to buy items. Our champion from Japan has only one thing in his sights, and that's Queen Bee. Okay, yeah, this is bad. He's playing aggro. He's playing a faster aggro than Queen Bee, rushing her down before she can get her bearings. It's not much of an edge with the Demon risking everything like that, but it's just enough of one to keep her from finding her footing. Normally these matches go on for a good 5 or 10 minutes, but he's already put Queen Bee down once, then mauled an allied sensei while she was respawning. I try to make myself heard over the crowd. Kick his ass. Kick! No, it's no good. She can't hear me. Even if I was able to shout louder than the crowd, her attention is so focused she probably wouldn't register my voice. I can do nothing but helplessly watch as the demon pulls her apart again and again. The onslaught! The demon, living up to his namesake, is not showing an ounce of mercy for his competitor. But what's this? Queen Bee is switching things up! She's stopped at the item store, completely ignoring the attacks on her sensei. What could she possibly be buying at a time like this? Fortunately, she seems to have developed a plan. From what she explained, the counter to aggro is control. So by changing her tactics, it might just allow her some time to catch up. And one of Queen Bee's senseis down for the count, but that death has bought her enough time to grab as many control spells as she can. Queen Bee blasts the lane with Storm of Frost. Okay, I get it now. She's using weird hybrid style of trying to stall out the enemy with ice spells while making her own progress down the lane. Initially, it works like a charm. The enemy minions freeze solid and give her just enough breathing room to push ahead. But the demon responds with swift accuracy. He's pushing forward with his other lanes, ignoring her attempts to slow things down. As the demon flips between lanes, it's clear that while this would have won her the game if she started out that way, quickly enough, the final sensei on Queen Bee's side of the map falls. Here is your winner, the demon! The obligatory handshake happens as the crowd bursts into applause, thrilled to have seen such a strange spectacle out of the world champion. Immediately, Queen Bee is forgotten, as the players close in to cheer on the demon over and over. Perhaps sensing it's her cue to depart before the cheap plastic trophy I got from the dollar store is awarded to her rival, Queen Bee slips away, and I decide to follow. I find her in the break room, collapsed on one of the folding chairs, face in her hands. Quietly, I take a seat next to her.
I don't know. After L7 Gaming dumps me, maybe I can live off my stream subs alone. If they don't abandon ship too, I mean. Maybe cut my living expenses a little. You know, move back into my parents' house, things like that. If worse comes to worse, maybe Naomi will carve out the insides of an unpopular game and I can sleep in there.
Probably won't come to that. I recommend pizza bagels, breakfast of champions. I'm sorry things didn't work out. Hey, if it helps you feel any better, I feel awful right now too. I'm sorry this happened. You've got my sympathy. Normally that sort of sentiment is seriously not my thing, but today? Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks, Hulyen. Wait, I've graduated from Kid? Thanks, Kid. That's better. And hey, maybe your team will be just as understanding as me, right? Well, gave it my best. Theory crafted with you, sorted my plan out, even changed it up on the fly when he surprised me.
Hey, thanks.
I can honestly say I did my best. And that's thanks to you. Helped me pull my crap together this morning, you know. Happy to help. This is my fault, isn't it? I'm the one who organized the event. I'm the one who pushed everybody past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I'm working hard to make what should have been just another temporary job and a long string of temporary jobs into something more, something I can believe in. I didn't stop to think what it would cost me and everyone around me. Crap.
Whoa.
Wash that filthy mouth out with some soap, kid. Question is, now what? Where do I go from here? Well, Thankfully, someone's knocking at the door, interrupting me before I need to provide career advice to someone whose career I just indirectly destroyed. Although I'm expecting it to be Gavin, or maybe Ashley to come cheer their friend up, the unexpected walks in at the door. The two of us sort of stare, confused, as the man addresses Queen Bee. I'm guessing that's arigato. I don't Japanese. Nope, I don't Japanese. What?
Hey, listen.
I can translate. One moment while I load my Japanese to English speech recognition systems. I'm afraid my English is not very good, so... Oh, you have a translator. I am glad. Iris repeats everything we say back and forth. With a little patience, the conversation flows a bit easier after that. I wish to thank you for teaching me today.
What the?
For what? Crap does that even mean? Are you mocking me? Iris probably softened that a little in the translation, but combined with Queen Bee's expression, the demon seems to get the real gist. Not at all. I wish to thank you for teaching me your unique fighting style. Both Queen Bee and I look very confused. I have been watching your stream for a year now, but watching it is not the same as facing you in combat. From that one battle alone, I have learned a great deal. If you will allow it, I would enjoy learning more. I clearly have a great deal of work to do to master your style, as you saw today. Didn't we just see him pull you apart limb by limb? Queen Bee's expression softens as she playfully punches me in the shoulder. Way to rub it in, kid! But that's not even what happened. I honestly thought you were watching the match. I was, but I'm still confused. He played sloppy as F. The real reason I lost was due to surprise. He took more risks out there than I did, relying on the fastest, hardest aggro style imaginable to win before I could react. Even in aggro, you don't come blitzing out the gate without buying a single item. Not unless you're willing to bet it all on that strategy. I was overly eager to show you what I have learned. I won, yes, but I cannot be results-oriented in my thinking. I believe we could learn much from you, Queen Bee-san.
Come again?
Okay, who's we, exactly? He's inviting you to join his team. Myself, the Kami of Japan. Onslaught-san, the Kami of the NorCal scene. Fausta-san, the Kami of Germany. We're assembling a team, winds that blow from all directions at once, carrying with them wisdom from across the arcade world. A diverse team 4 players, by players. But we require an aggro-style champion. A Kami of the East Coast scene in America. We would be deeply honored if Queen Bee-san joined us. As he offers a deep bow, neither of us know quite how to react to that. Queen Bee speaks up first.
Hold on. You're offering me a job? That's why you came here?
Hi. I have been scouting for talent to complete our team, and I have yet to meet anyone quite like you. You are intense, wild, daring, and exactly what we need. But I could not know for certain until I attempted to surpass you in direct combat. I attempted, and I failed. Winning the match is irrelevant, my play was insufficient. However, if you wish to remain loyal to L7 Gaming, I will understand.
Them! Them right in the ear!
The best way to accept a job offer, right? F them right in the ear.
I mean, let me look into my contract situation and square things away first. But, you know, I'm interested. Yeah, interested.
I almost barely saw the hint of a possibility of a glimpse of a smile on the demon just now. And it's gone. Thank you. Please, take all the time you require. Fate willing, we will welcome you as one of the 4 heavenly kings. We will have last found our queen. With that, he offers one more bow and promptly turns to exit.
Whoa!
Holy crap. Kid, do you know what this means? You're about to be elevated to arcade godhood. You're going to ascend the holy mountain of Asgard and join your fellow Kami in Olympus, home of the spirits above? Pretty sure you're mixing up your pantheons there, kid. But yeah, this is big. I mean, this is super big for me. But instead of bowing and scraping and begging to L7 to let me sit at their table, I get my own effing table. I want to be carried into Evo by oiled fanboys, raising me high on a plush couch, feeding me grapes and fanning me with palm leaves. I'm actually reasonably sure Iris could arrange that if I asked her to. Sure thing, I'll get right on. Kidding. I was kidding, Iris. Yeah, I'm kidding too. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've got a lot to learn before I really know I can hang with them. But now, I've got a future, and it's bright. I'll admit to some relief on hearing I didn't just sink Queen Bee's battleship. But the fact remains that we got lucky. The demon hadn't been in a generous mood, hadn't been scouting for talent. Her career would have been in shambles thanks to me. Demon said it himself, don't fall for results-oriented thinking. Maybe her future is bright, but it almost wasn't thanks to me. Man, who knew being an adult with many important responsibilities instead of a transient floating through life would be this nasty? Kid? You okay in there? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything is fine. Shaking the moment off, I do my best to celebrate her achievement. I'm glad I could help you out this morning, and I'm glad things worked out for you, even if I guess you and the demon feel you lost that fight in your own way. Esports, huh? Wild stuff.
Hey, thanks.
You've been with me through all this, even when you probably had better things to do. Don't think I haven't noticed. Well... Oh, we can also attempt to date her. Nope. We have eyes only for Ashley. You're a friend of the Funplex, Queen Bee. And while it's my job to keep you coming back, I want you to know that it's not just for the tokens or your esports stardom. We're just happy to have you around, Queen Bee. Wouldn't really be the Funplex without you. So, thanks a bunch. Aw, shucks, kid. It's no big deal. I like it here. I'm happy to have friends like you and Pear at my side. Speaking of here, we should rejoin Here already in progress. Folks will be expecting the runner-up to make an appearance. I'm never one to not make an appearance. As we re-enter the arcade, I instinctively size up the crowd looking for trouble, but there isn't any. Good. Don't think I could deal with another crisis. Wait a minute. Where's Pear? Percy? I don't know. He's gone. Nobody's playing Moopy. In fact, it's already drained out the extra lives and gone back to the attract mode screen, with a score just short of the world record. Ah, F. You think he cracked under the pressure? Percy's in the hospital. What? We made mistake? We maybe made mistake. He started out clutching at his chest and then fell off his stool. We think it was a heart attack. I called 911 right away. The ambulance just left. Oh no. I need to go. I ride the bus. I can't drive to the hospital. Queen Bee provides. We'll take my car. Gavin, can you and the others finish up here? I have to. This is my fault. I pushed him too hard. Go. We'll take care of Funplex Rising. Quickly, we pile into Queen Bee's rusty yellow hatchback and speed off to the local hospital. Percy, don't be dead. Percy, don't be dead. Percy, don't be dead. The hour is growing late, but we managed to find his room just before visiting hours are over. And inside, lying on a hospital bed. Oh, hello there. Wasn't expecting visitors. You should have been expecting visitors. You had a heart attack. I'm glad you're not dead. How do you do? Is the event going well? Quit being so nonchalant. You had a heart attack. How do you do? Seriously? How do you do, Percy? Exactly. What's going on? Are you okay? Oh, Tosh, it's nothing. Just a heart tremor. Wasn't even a full arrest or anything. You're keeping me overnight for observation. I'll be back at the Funplex before you know it. Still have a high score to defeat, after all. Are you effing kidding me? Pear, come on. You're hooked up to an ECG. I can see your heartbeats. It's not nothing. Just a little issue, that's all. A medical mishap which runs in my family. Wasn't quite expecting it to accelerate this quickly, but that's life, isn't it? So, it wasn't stress-related? Well, probably didn't help. I can't say I was feeling sharp as usual this morning. My fault, really. All my fault. How serious is this condition? And be honest with us, Percy. No holding back to keep us from worrying, because we're gonna worry whether you like it or not. Yeah, what the kid said.
Well.
They've said 2 years left to live, but science is an exact science, I suppose. The hospital PA system chimes, grabbing my attention. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Visiting hours are now over. Visiting hours are now over. Suppose it's time for you two to head on home. And don't you worry about me. I'll be out of here in the morning. Probably take a break from Moopy for a time, but I'll pop by the Funplex all the same. Only if you're sure, Percy. You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert. My way of keeping calm through this silliness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining to me. And that means... the Funplex. The Funplex! Queen Bee offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I've still got an event to wrap up, then a bus to catch back to my apartment. Neither of us really feel like talking on the way there. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I've played this game before, but it was long ago, enough ago that I don't really remember much of it, so yeah. I'm back. Not that there's much to come back to. All the plastic trophies I'd picked out for the high score contests are gone, along with their winners. Looks like everybody's closing up shop. Ashley tidying up a bit, Naomi literally having fallen asleep at the prize desk, and Francine, up way past her bedtime, squinting at a computer printout.
Hello, dearie.
Oh, there you are, Hulyen. Gavin ran the numbers while you were out. Despite the discount on tokens, we made a tidy profit today, far above and beyond what the Funplex normally draws. From what Ashley tells me, the mood was quite jovial near the end, with many nice folks saying they plan to return. And even if the local champ didn't win at Fist of Discomfort, they got to see the demon in action. That's a feather in our cap. I'd hoped you'd be pleased with the news. This is what you wanted, yes? To put the Funplex on the map? Business is going to be just peachy now, especially with more lovely parties like this one. Yeah, okay, sorry, I am happy about it, just... exhausted? Emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Well, for what it's worth, we're all rather exhausted, dearie. But we've got no regrets. I'd like to think I know a thing or two about dreams. Dreams and how difficult they can be to make a reality. Your dream of a thriving Funplex is going to take hard work from each and every one of us. But we're ready, willing, and able. Well, true, Queen Bee didn't win, and true, Percy was, hospitalized, but the poor dear. But we did it! Your friends saw it through, and they do it all over again, without a doubt.
I nod, a bit numb to it all. I'm sure I'll feel like $1,000,000 tomorrow when Percy strolls back in and smiles, and Queen Bee sporting her fancy new team jacket. When the daytime crowds are thick with newcomers, happy to be playing the games they love. When I really get to see the effects of what we accomplished. But for now, I really just want to go to bed. Need anything else from me tonight? We're all wrapped up like a bow. I'm on my way home for a good night's sleep myself. Go home, Hulyen. We'll see you tomorrow. I turn the keys in the lock, slumping into the apartment.
Hi!
So, how'd it go? Was Funplex Rising every bit as awesome as the awesome poster I designed for it? The players went home happy and business is booming. Hooray! Why don't you look happy? It's been a long day. Well, okay. Honestly, you're an inspiration to me. You had the guts to chase your dreams. Tough work, but I knew that Iris could find you something you'd love. And I've been wondering if I should follow in your footsteps. You want to become an arcade czar? No, silly. I mean, just try to find something to do with my life other than make coffee for executives and file their paperwork.
I've got it!
Like that poster. I could try to be a graphic designer, maybe. I've always loved doing stuff like that. What do you think? Except that following your dreams can run you ragged like it did to me today. It can nearly torpedo your future. It'd even kill you. Is it worth it? Is it really worth all the trouble? Francine's right. I chose this path. I chose to make my life difficult in order to make my life into something. Juniper's helped me out along the way, and I should help her in turn. I'm not gonna lie, it wouldn't be easy, not by a long shot. But yeah, I think you should chase your dreams. Become an artist on your own terms.
Thank you!
I knew I had the right idea. Thanks. You need to go to bed and sleep. Tomorrow I'll make you pancakes. A reward for my hardworking arcade czar. You used to have pancakes every morning during those summer trips, right? Your mom made them. That was ages ago, Juniper, when my folks could afford trips to the shore. And Juniper gets a wry smile. I think I know exactly how we can celebrate your newfound success. How about a beach vacation? Really, they're ending the level there, or the chapter there. You cleared level 4 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Looks like you and Ashley are having some good times. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 14,100 points. Woohoo! Today's pizza fact is, the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured 140 feet across. It weighed in at 44,457 pounds. And Percy might have left an ambulance whether you were there or not, but the communication would have been made between Queen Bee without you and Iris. I don't know. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 5? Yes. Well, that all happened. Let's switch over here, because as much as I want to wham jangle into the next chapter here, I don't want to kill my voice. And I don't know how long the next chapter will be, even though this one is a little bit shorter. Backpack Hero just had an update, like, between when I made my ad and went live, and there's a new character available in the testing branch. So let's switch over to Backpack Hero and check that out. So be right back. I'm gonna run some ads. Stick around.